Welcome back to another video. With this video right here, actually we're going to be talking about the XRT. We're going to be talking about it a little bit, and then we're also going to be talking about what is going on with this bad boy. Now this thing is about probably 4 hours old. We got this for my dad for Father's Day, and you could tell he enjoyed it, but he did damage the car, unfortunately. It's way too big for my freaking table. I can't even move it around. I'm gonna take the wheels off right now. But you can see we have a few things broken. Actually, I'm gonna take it apart and just show you a little bit closer. We have a few things broken. He hit a pole going like 40 miles per hour. This thing's a monster. It's like freaking 30 pounds. I don't know. But it's a huge car. You can tell this is not for it. My equipment is not for it, but I can still work on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and tear it apart real quick, kind of show you what's going on with it, and then this is actually part of it right here. Yes, this is part of it. So as you can see, it was a pretty hard hit for a big ass monster like this. So let's dig into it, show you some parts. We're going to be upgrading most of them to aluminum parts that are going to be also red. So that's going to be pretty interesting, pretty fun. Let's get into it. All right, we got the goodies out, and then we got everything off of the car. I actually have a glove on because this thing is like a dust storm. We're actually running this in an empty parking lot that had some work done on it, and it was just dusty everywhere. So it was fun, but like I said, dust storm. Anyways, so this is just one of the broken pieces. This is the little steering link. I think that's what it's called. But there is a million more things that are broken in here than we thought there is, especially this one right here, if I didn't show you guys earlier. But yeah, so it is destroyed. I also actually, one very concerning thing was, you see that motor? That is a brand new XRT. Brand new. For this to break within like 4 hours is like devastating. But I would say my dad got very, very lucky because the motor is still perfectly fine. I got it checked out by a professional, and they said it's doing good, and that's going to be expensive repair. So they're super happy that it's doing good. It's running perfectly fine. They said just leave it the way it is until it does fail, and then we'll just do something about that later. Hopefully it'll just last super long. If not, we'll probably just upgrade it. Doesn't matter. For now, we got some broken parts that we're going to take care of. I also got the TRAXXAS Link, the wireless module for the remote control. Even though this is the big ass car, that's $1,500. It's about $1,000. And then with the battery pack, because they're separate, with the battery pack and the chargers, it's about $419, you know, plus taxes, whatever, 15 and some change. So this is a pretty fat chunk of change to spend on a RC car that does not have the module. I mean, I spent way less on mine and it had the module. I know I had the ultimate, so it is what it is. But I did get that, so that's perfect. I also got the little they call it the bulkhead front, but what it is it's just unfortunately the piece at the bottom cracked completely. I'll show you that a little bit later. So I'm going to be replacing that, and then the aluminum shaft, just a new one of these. I didn't know it actually comes with the link. That's dope, or whatever it's called. Anyways, we're going to be upgrading most of the parts that broke into aluminum parts. So we're going to be replacing into the same color, which is dope. So I'm happy that they had red. See, we're going to be replacing the steering ball cranks, left and right, and then the drag link, full aluminum. And then this one right here, it's going to be the servo. Yep, this is the servo for the steering. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart, show you what else is broken. Wow, look at that damage. And yeah, I'll just update you as I go along. This is totally not for this car. Like I said, I don't work on this big ass car, but I'm just making it happen for now. Taking the wheels off made it much easier. obviously, but yeah, let me start taking it apart. My tools should work on it. TRAXXAS is just amazing. They're very, very easy to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it, and I will update you. All right, so we got the front torn apart, and as you can see, we got a broken piece right here, more like destroyed, but we got a broken piece over here, and then we got this broken piece right here. This is the link, and then we have this. Obviously, I showed you that earlier, and then I think this is cracked right here. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Could be wrong, but I am gonna have to replace the internals in here to the aluminum parts. So I'm gonna dig into this top part just a little bit more, so I can expose it, so we can put those aluminum parts in there, and I'll show you guys once I get down there. All right, I started to tear down into it, and I flipped it upside down. This is actually convenient for me to move back and forth. This is all fine, but right here at the bottom, here, try to point it out, but we got a crack right there, some damage right here, damage right here, damage right here. Let me see. It's flexed pretty hard. It was a pretty hard hit. I mean, it's a huge vehicle. And let me see. Yeah, we got a little bit of flex right here, a little bit right here. You see that? And then right here. Let's see. Basically, it's gone. It has to be replaced. And you can see this is the replacement for it. So if I was to flip it like this, see, it's just gonna replace that part right there. But basically everything that's attached to this, all around, inside out, which kind of sucks, but everything here has to move on here. This is the piece that holds all of this together, and that's this bottom frame piece right here. So a little bit of labor. It's gonna be time consuming for sure. Just remember exactly where you put all your screws, and just kind of take it step by step and move it one part at a time. It's gonna be a lot of parts, so take your time. Remember the screws, different lengths, different sizes, different. Well, actually, I don't know about different sizes. They're all about a 2.5. So if you got a 2.5, I think that's generally all I've been using. I think every single screw that I have out is a 2.5 so far. So I haven't really used the rest of them. They've just been sitting here. Anyways, let me dig back into this so I can try to take everything apart and mount it onto here. Kind of sucks. Wish I got a aluminum one, but they don't make aluminum one, I guess. So anyways, I'll put that on there, and then we can move on to the rest of this stuff right here. Oh, and there's the links inside. While I'm already doing this, I'll just be replacing them with the aluminums. All right, guys, so the more I tear into it, the worse it gets, unfortunately. But I should have all the parts to cover everything, but you could see right there where the pin is. You could see it's actually broken. That silver pin right there. You can see that little plastic piece is supposed to be hugging it, but it's broken. So I have to worry about that in a little bit. I'm still trying to find out how to detach this bottom piece first. It's giving me hell of a time. It looks like there's a lot to tear into just to get that bottom piece out. I'm gonna keep digging into it and just kind of see where it takes me, so I can just get that replaced finally, so we can just get to the easy part, I guess. All right, here we go. So I tore it apart, and basically Just took the pins out. I had to take almost everything just to separate this top portion, which is still okay, thankfully, off of the bottom portion, which is going to be this new piece right here. That's the new one right there. This is the old one. I'm still taking everything apart, but basically you see how I have to transfer kind of everything from here over to here. So it's kind of like I'm moving the whole entire car over. And yeah, so I'm slowly doing that right now. This is the differential. I'm gonna just work around it a little bit, make sure I don't get grease all over the place. This is still connected because this was the good one. This one's completely disconnected because we got this part that's completely broken right here. It's where the bearings actually go right here. And then this is, I actually didn't even touch that. That's how it was. Must have taken some real damage. Here we go. It's okay, I have some new ones anyways. But let's go ahead and replace these pieces with the aluminum cut off. But I was saying we'll replace these pieces with the aluminum ones, and then obviously on that piece instead. So we're gonna put the aluminum ones over here, and so hopefully we don't have to take apart the whole entire car just for these broken plastic pieces right here. Sucks. I would personally, I mean, if it wasn't so expensive, I would have went with the Ultimate, but it's already $1,500 without the aluminum parts, so I guess it's cool to work on it, but it truly is a pain. It's a little bit harder than working on the rest of the other cars, but I don't personally have too much experience, so maybe that's why this is my first time digging into stuff like this. That's why it's just taking a little bit of time, and it's just a little bit tough on me, but let's just get through it. It's time consuming, so it's getting late. I want to try to get this done tonight, hopefully. I don't want to try to roll it into tomorrow. So let me see what I could do real quick, and then I'll keep you guys updated. Alrighty, I actually finally got it apart. I took all the screws on the differential, and now I can actually separate the differential. And now I have to mount that onto the new casing right here. I'm gonna go ahead and grease it though, and then check on this to make sure that it's okay, and then move that over, and then just move the rest of the stuff over, and then change these out to the aluminum, and then we'll just put that over there, and then just kind of reassemble, and I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, I got the aluminum parts out. I'm gonna go ahead and basically just mimic the same thing as this and put that over on the new, I'm gonna call it a casting, I don't know, but on the new frame or whatever it is. I went ahead and moved over the differential. A few screws go in there, one here, about 4 basically in the front, 4 right here, you could see. And that just mounts this nice and tight on here. I lubed it up so it's pretty smooth in there. And then I moved this bearing over from this end over to this end. It was a little bit hard to take off. It was kind of in there, but I was able to get it out with a box cutter. Just to get the blade under. I just wanted something thin enough. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this real quick. It comes with its own screw set, and then once I assemble this, I will mount it onto here, show you what it looks like, and then we'll just reverse, kind of put everything back together, and hopefully it should go smooth now. So I just want to show the progress. I'm moving all the bearings over to the aluminum parts. See, I got that one that dropped, but I'm moving over all the aluminum, the bearings over to the aluminum parts. Sorry, it's just super late right now. I'm tired, but yeah, so that's gonna go here. Oh no, actually that's gonna go here, and it's gonna connect, and yeah, I can kind of see it coming together. Looks awesome, and I'm pretty happy that I went with the aluminum. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue putting it together, and I'll show you what the end result looks like before I put everything back onto the car. And then we still gotta fix this too, so I'll go ahead and include all that. All right, so this is most definitely not gonna break. It looks much better. This is super nice. Super happy that it finally went on, and it didn't take too long. This actually was like probably the easiest part, thank God. But anyways, I'm going to continue to kind of put everything back together so I can finally start connecting the actual car. But this is what it looks like before I start covering it up, because as soon as I go like this, that's it. I'm going to start to cover it up. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So I started putting it back together, and I totally forgot that this is actually a part of the covering of the differential. And I am not about to put everything back on just so I can have to take it back off for this. This is broken. Actually, it's broken on both sides. So it's broken here, and then it's broken here. And that's the casing that's the cover for the differential. I'm not gonna take everything apart for that. Look, I'm gonna have to take everything literally back to zero just to get to here. So I'm gonna just call it a night. I'm gonna go grab the casing tomorrow. Hopefully it's easy peasy. And then I'll take this off, replace that, put the new casing on, and then just put everything back together. For you guys, it'll take like a few seconds. For me, hopefully I'll finish this by tomorrow. All right, we are back, and it's actually the next day already. As you can see, I got me a new tool. I'm gonna be using this. I thought it was gonna be a little bit smaller, but this is fine. It's pretty lightweight. It came with 2 batteries and a charger as well for like 75 bucks. I love Milwaukee, so it's a steal for me. But I went ahead and got the casing, and actually, I don't know, it's not called a casing, it's called the bulkhead front upper. So since that's stripped right here, went ahead and got a new one. So I'm gonna slap that on there and then continue to put everything back on. So you can see I had to kind of postpone this, but I'm gonna go ahead and swap this, and then we'll continue. Here we go. So out with the old. I'm gonna go ahead and mount that over to the new one, and then just move over the screws. Just kind of throw it back on there. We're gonna be good to go. All right, the new one is on, and we're looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this back on here. Actually, let me see, I might be able to do it with one hand, but basically I still have the bearings at the bottom. I'm gonna put this one right here. Okay, nice and snug. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna kind of reassemble everything step by step, and then I'll keep you guys updated. Alrighty, so I put it together, and I've put this piece here. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought I got a aluminum one. I don't think they make one, I'm not sure, but anyways, I'm about to put the servo horn. I'm gonna replace this one with this one right here. It's gonna look 10 times better. But yeah, that should not be breaking anymore, and then hopefully it should be an easy connection. And then put the shaft in, and then just kind of reconnect the whole front end. Before going in, make sure you have some Loctite on there. It's going to be very important. They come with their own screws, but if you reuse the one that you have, since it fits, make sure you put some Loctite on there. Looks pretty good. All right, so we got this piece on a long time ago. I totally forgot about it, so don't forget about mounting this piece over. And then you're gonna get confused once you're putting it back together. You're gonna be like, oh, what I put first, what I do, maybe not. It could have just been me. But anyways, remember where everything goes. For me, I'm doing this the next day, so I'm trying my best to remember everything. But I'm starting off with the right arm. As you can see, I put the pin and then the screws, and then these little braces are gonna go for both ends. So I'm gonna put the other side, and then I'm gonna slowly start connecting everything. And then I'm gonna do right side, left side, put it on, show you what it looks like. Wow, this already looks dope. And yeah, I'm super excited to put it back together. I can't wait, honestly. I'm so over it. All right, I don't know what I was talking about earlier. I don't know what I was doing. I was just too tired after work. I guess I thought I could go straight into it. I had to take a little 5-minute break just to see what the heck I'm doing. But I had it completely opposite. I had the right on the left and the left on the right, and the springs were on the opposite end. It was just a disaster. Anyways, I took the pins and everything back out. I just put the right one exactly where it's supposed to be. I know it's on the left now, but I twist it. Oh, I don't know where my brain was. But anyways, I'm going to do the other side now, finally, correctly. And then I'll just reconnect everything else. And then I'll keep you guys updated. Alrighty, guys, we are done. We are done with the front. We reassembled everything. Didn't miss a screw. Everything is in where it's supposed to be. Honestly, I did make a lot of mistakes, and they're mistakes that I can easily fix myself because, like for example, some of these pins, like you're not gonna know which pin goes where besides the bottom two because they're the longest. But up here, I mean, unless you remember, the shortest one is up at the top, second shortest is in the middle, and then the longest one is at the bottom. And yeah, I mean, everything kind of came back together perfectly fine. This is the drive shaft. This is the new one right here. Or you guys remember this old beautiful one right here? Anyways, yeah, wow, holy moly. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and put the new one in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and connect this part right here into here. And then I should be able to just slide it on. Wow, that looks great in there. I love the red. All right, anyways, we're gonna put this back together, and then I will show you guys what it looks like, and then hopefully that should be it. But I'll keep you guys updated so I can wrap this up. All right, I finally got it all on. This actually kind of pissed me off at the end. It just was so hard to attach this piece right here into the frame, and then here and here at the same time while attaching the shaft. It's just impossible. I'm sure there's another way. I didn't look up any of this stuff. I just kind of went into it, but I'm sure there's an easier way, so be careful. I did not want to tear everything apart for me to do it another way, so I guess I had to struggle for this like 10-15 minutes. I don't even know how long it's been, but I've been struggling. I've been pissed. But finally, it's back. I'm gonna do the cover. I only held it down by 2 screws because it kept kind of separating and pissing me off, but everything is good. Shaft is connected properly. All 4 turned together. The steering is looking amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of retrace my way back into covering this up, and then we'll test it. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys something. I have a screw right here. As you can see, it's loose in there. It's just a little tiny screw. I accidentally just dropped it in there. I didn't spin it or anything. It's too small to spin anyways, but or to tighten. But I went and got this from Harbor Freight. I mean, this is so convenient. It's crazy. But anyways, look at this. Just voila. I don't have to struggle. If somebody else has a better way, I guess, you know, good for you. But I found this to be the most effective. $3. It's amazing. I mean, sometimes it falls into cracks or anything, or a little tiny screw falls anywhere here or there. I just grab it. So I love these things, man. Just $3. $3. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to work and just kind of put it back together so we can test it, and I can finally finish this video. Alrighty, finally we are all back together. Everything is looking great. I went ahead and put the full front end back on. Everything is working amazing. I was actually just testing it right now. As you can see, it's moving flawlessly. I just love that. Just take a look at that. It looks beautiful. You got the TRAXXAS in the middle. Again, I'm going to mention it again, but I love this red on the aluminum. Come on, let's get a focus. This red on the aluminum is a beast. Absolutely love it. Everything seems to be working fine. I did just notice a few things like, for example, I got some cracking right there. It's actually, I don't know if it's cracking. It's kind of, yeah, so it's not really a crack, you see. It's still okay, I guess. I don't know. I just noticed it. Most definitely gonna have to replace it. I'll see what's next for that. But also one other thing I noticed is, see, we're running that right now. Hold on. Just get a nice focus. You can see right here, this one's kind of wobbling. The rest don't do that. The rest are actually all fine. You can see the back right here. But this one right here is wobbling. So I'm sure I bent it somehow or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I'll probably just wait till it breaks or just replace it completely. I'm not sure. But I'll take one more video with everything on, and then maybe we'll take it for a test run. I'm not sure yet. It's a little bit late outside. It took forever, all day long. These things are super hard to work on. A bunch of screws. And this is exactly why I got this right here. I bought it today. It's like 79 bucks. I mentioned that earlier, but absolutely saved my butt. A lot of work. Most definitely don't recommend you dig into it the first time, and most definitely don't dig into the housing I dug into for the first time. This is not my car. This is actually my dad's car. It was a gift for him on Father's Day. We ran it for about 4 hours until we destroyed half of it. Kind of sucks for a $1,500 ticket on a car. You expect everything to kind of last a little bit. Yes, I know it's heavy. Yes, I know it's a big ass car, and I know that if it's going fast, it could damage a lot of things. But I also would really like that they include the aluminum parts at that range, where I don't have to almost spend $2,000, but I guess. Alright guys, this thing cut me off again. I'm actually recording off my iPhone and it said the storage was full, so I had to delete a few videos. But anyways, I'm gonna take another video with everything on and then maybe take it for a test run. So let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, and we got everything back on. We got the cover back on. We got the wheels back on. Tighten those things to spec. I really wish I had a light kit, because it's dark outside, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get some good footage outside. I'll add it. If not, this might be the last clip. But finally, here we are, all done, all together, and working. Those beautiful parts in there. I might be doing a light kit on it pretty soon. I'm not sure. But I most definitely will be uploading a video on installing the link. It's super easy, but in case you don't know how to do it, I will be uploading one.